taking on a team from the SEC, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. The give from the gun. Shakes off the defender. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Touchdown LSU! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. Also, the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you have got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Looking deep. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Really nice looking pinpoint throw there. And when I think back to Husky QBs, you think about Warren Moon, you think about Mark Brunell, the Heward brothers. What about Jake Browning? All made really good decisions. This guy, he's got a lot of arm talent, but he's also very smart.
Making side adjustments here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. On the move, he fires. Complete to the left. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Williams will pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Second down, he'll throw it. Quarterback moving. Trying to make magic with his feet. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Washington wants to go quickly.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it up.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Finds his man. It's Coleman. On the move at the 30. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Might be changing the route. Just keeps slinging it. Looking for the score. He's got it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Williams looking for a man. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count.
Touchdown, Huskies! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Now adjusting. He's going to take off. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. LSU right back to the line. Using his legs, it's Durham. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Pocket breaking down. Looking for a huge play. He's got it down the right side. Off and running. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Really nice rhythm that time by the play caller because he ran the football on the last play, so this time he decides to go play action just to see if he could get the defense to freeze for a split second, and that's all the target needed. Off the play fake, he's able to work the route, win his one-on-one, makes the catch, and takes it in for a score.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Williams will pass. Got his man on the right. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the
breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had, these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Fights off a defender. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Washington right back to the line. Quarterback making adjustments. Williams looking for a man. He's got him. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Runs through a tackle. And they're able to keep him from scoring as he's guided out of bounds at the 5. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Rides the back and leaves it. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. They missed an opportunity to cut this deficit in half, still down by 6.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job on the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They get to him as he throws. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Quickly to the tight end. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. He's not quite going to make it to the sticks. Left inches short. Fourth down coming, and man, did he empty the bag. Spin, juke, jump, jive, you name it. He tried everything. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. There he goes. How about that play on the ground? They get him out of bounds at the 34. In your own territory, fourth down, no problem at all. They just go for it again.
What about you, Reese? Are you going for that?
Yeah, man. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Bringing the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
They were really starting to put a drive together. And after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback may change this route. Williams will pass. Floating away. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job on the defense closing it off and making the interception.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on 1st down. He lofts one down the sideline. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so What do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
He wants to change this route. Williams looking for a man. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Back to pass on second down. He'll throw it. Finds his tight end. They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks it up, still on his feet. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Back to pass. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Punt is on its way. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on first down and a quarterback hit on second down. Got to do a better job.
He'll toss it. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Defense not showing press coverage. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Lost one deep down the right side. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play.
Yeah, when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Now on the option. He'll toss it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
Gonna swing it on second down. Under fire. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Makes the catch at the midfield logo. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one's incomplete as they tried to hit him with a big play on the final snap of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. To the air on second down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. It'll be third and long.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because
he lobs one high down the left side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? A penalty on the play, and it looks like offensive pass interference. Now trying to keep this drive alive on third and long from the 45. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. A strike downfield. Across the 25, he's got room. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Really nice execution by this offense. This is the time, right? Late in the football game, got to get a few first downs to preserve this lead, to get out of here with the W. They trust their quarterback. They protect him. They get the first down.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away. And by going down inbounds, you're doing exactly that.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Motion from the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
Well, you immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like it. Offense, doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job. And you did it.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Huskies racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to adjust the pattern. Williams will pass. Fires to the tight end. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go faster, seeing it here.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's second and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. To the air on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful.
Going over the top. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Williams looking for a man. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back You've got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback.
He's going for a big play downfield. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation.